So this happened in 2013. No, 2014 on a January. I was working for Valero Corner Store, and I can't remember exactly what day it was, but it was really busy. Like, as soon as I came into the store, like, my shift started at 5 p.m. to midnight. So, as soon as I walked in, it was busy. I saw a big line of people. I think it was a Powerball night. I can't remember, but it was like Powerball and the Texas Lotto. Those were like the main tickets right now that we're selling. So of course it was busy, and I'm usually the one to be last at Valero to close the store up. So from 5 to 8:30, so busy. It was very busy. And I just remembered that my coworker had left. He left. And he had to leave at 6. So I'm over here dealing with the customers, giving out their Powerball tickets. It's easy to print out, but if you make a mistake, you can't reverse it. You have to pay out of your own pocket for the ticket you messed up. But anyways, once it hit like 8:30, it got empty. Like, the store was empty. So I waited for like a good 10 minutes. 8:40, it's now 8:40, and you know what I said? I said to myself, all right, you know what? It's empty. Might as well start cleaning in the back, you know? So I head over to the back in the supply room, and I grab my bucket, try to fill it up with soap and water, try to get a clean rag, and all of a sudden I hear the door open, and I hear, "This is a robbery!" And then I turned around, I was like, what the fuck, I turned around, in my head, I'm thinking, great, some drunk motherfucker came in here. Because usually, like, drunk people come in here and they start yelling and cussing out just for random stupid stuff. But, like, that's what I thought. I'm like, okay, it's probably some drunk dumbass coming in here. No, it wasn't. It's like when I turned around, I saw someone dash by really quick. And I was just like, oh, shit. So I turned back, turned off the water faucets. And as soon as I turned around, there's a gun in my face. And from there, I knew I was fucked. I was like, damn, fuck. Like, the gun was right in my face, and I just hear the guy holding, the robber holding the gun, come with me. Hey, come with me. We're not gonna hurt you. We just want the money. It was I couldn't tell if he was a kid or not, or like, I know it was a young person. It was a young guy. He was black. That's straight up how I'm gonna say it. Yeah, he was black. He had a bandana covering his face, and he had his hoodie on. But the strange part is that he might have known me from somewhere. I don't know. I couldn't remember the voice very well. But I knew somehow that he knew me and I knew him, because he wasn't being mean at all. He wasn't being rough with me. He just like gently pulled my shirt. And he's like, "Come on, bro, let's go." And I was like, "Okay." But then when I stepped out of the supply room, I see two other guys already in front of the register. Now these guys, they were more aggressive with me. They were also black. I'm guessing they were young as well. They were covered up. They had their bandanas on, their hoodies on as well. And I remember one of them pulled me like really hard. He shoved me to the register. No, he didn't. He shoved me straight to the safe, since we had a safe under the registers. He was like, open the fucking safe. Open the fucking safe right now. And I was in my head, like, I wasn't scared. Honestly, I wasn't scared. I didn't panic either. I was just like, I was in that mood where I'm just like, well, fuck, like, oh well, can't believe it's happening. But I wasn't scared at the time because I was going through some problems at home with someone that lived with me. I was sad and depressed at those times, so I really didn't care. But I remember that the guy with the blue bandana, no, the guy with the red bandana was the one yelling orders at me, like, hey, open up the safe right now. Fucking open it, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. And in my head, I'm like, man, like, come on, dude. And I couldn't open the safe. I couldn't open the safe. I really couldn't. Only managers can open it. I only can open all the registers. So, like, the first thing I did was I didn't go straight to the safe because, like, the safe was under one of the registers. So when he pushed me towards the safe, the register was right there. So I opened up the register. Sorry, I'm sick. I opened up this register, and I opened up the second register. The third one I couldn't open because that one actually needed a key that I did not have. So I opened up both registers, and the other guys decided, like, the other guys took it apart, yanked out those little those cash drawers, yanked them out to see if there's more money. But they like took everything they had, like all the quarters, all the change fell on the ground. And then that's when, after they finished taking the money from the registers, that's when they focused their attention on the safe. And that's when the guy with the red bandana was telling me, open up the fucking safe, I'm not playing no more. And I was just like, I can't open it, I can't. And then he's like, what'd you say? He put the gun in the back of my head. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't open it. Only managers can open it. And then I just hear there was three robbers. One had a black bandana on, the one from the first guy that yanked me out of the room. The second guy had a gray bandana, no, a white bandana, and the more aggressive one had a red bandana. So as soon as I told him I couldn't open them, he noticed I was telling the truth. I couldn't open it. That's when I heard, you know what? We're gonna all put a bullet in his head, all three of us. We're gonna fucking leave. He ain't opening the safe. And I was just like, shit. I guess this is it. This is the end of 𝔼𝕀-𝔾𝕋𝕍. This is the end of MEG. And at the time I was 18. Yeah, I was just like, well, I guess I lived a good 18 years. I guess this is where the final chapter ends, The book closes right here. So they tell me, get on your knees. So I did. Got on my knees. They're like, don't fucking look up. They're like, don't look at us. Don't look up. Put your head down. All right. I put my head down. And I had my hands were like on my neck. I put my hands on the back of my neck. I feel 3 barrels of the guns on my head. One on the back, one on the right side of my head, and one on the left side of my head. I feel all 3 guns on my head. I closed my eyes. All I hear is, I'm gonna shoot this fucking nigga. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot this nigga. I'm fucking kill him. That's all I hear. So I close my eyes, and I'm just like, all right, go for it. I'm waiting. I'm actually waiting now. I'm just like, you know what? Just do it. Pull the trigger. I'll be out of here. I don't gotta worry about anything no more. And like, as soon as I accepted the fact that I was going to die, uh, I this is where my true emotions came out. Like the emotions you're supposed to get during a robbery. Scared, panicking, you know, like so, like I guess crying and stuff. That's when my real emotions came out, because when I had my eyes closed, I thought about my brother and my little sister. I thought about them. And that's when that's when realization came to my head, and I was just like, well, damn, okay, I'm supposed to be here for them. That's when the tears started running out of my face. That's when I started getting scared. That's when I actually told myself, wait, I don't want to die. So, I'm still waiting for them to pull the trigger. And after like a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I open my eyes. And then I look up. I look side to side. They're gone. They ran out. I guess they ran out of the store. I didn't notice. I had no idea they left. The door didn't make any sounds. They were gone, like magic. Gone. So in my head, I was just like, damn. I guess God gave me a third chance. A third chance in life. I had 3 near-death experiences. I was just like, well, I guess God doesn't want me to leave this earth. Not yet. It's too soon. After that, I pressed the alarm button. That, like, as soon as you press it, the police come down. And then I also called the security team that's usually out in this area. They're called 𝔼𝕖 security. I called them. They were like a couple of buddies of mine. Worked for. They work for 𝔼𝕖 security. Everyone came down here. They were investigating, asked me some questions, and I called up my manager. The manager came over. Then they started reviewing the surveillance tapes. They started checking out what happened through the cameras. In my head, I'm just like, you know what, man, fuck this place. I want to go home. My manager asked me, do you want to stay the night or do you want to go home? Of course I want to go home. I don't want to be here. So I leave. The first place I go to after leaving the store was where my dad worked. I drove from my job to my dad's job. He was coming out of the store. It was already like 10 o'clock. That's the usual time when he leaves work. So I ran up to him, hugged him. Hey, I love you. This is what happened. I told him what happened, and he got scared. He got worried for me. He didn't know that had happened to me. And it's true. That's how life goes. Anything can happen at any time. And yeah, I'm just lucky to be alive to this day. And then the second person I go to after going to my dad's, I go to one of my closest friends. I drive up to his place. Sucks though. I knocked on the door. He wasn't there. But that's alright. I left his mom open the door. I told his mom what happened and just to leave the message for him. She was worried too. But like I said, lucky to be here. And then the last person I go to, his name's 𝔼𝕖, one of my other closest friends. He was the last person I go to. I stayed over for a little bit, explained what happened to him and his parents. And yeah, everyone said that you're lucky to be here to this day. Then After like I've told my friends what happened, I go home, and I guess you can say a roommate. Had somebody that was living with me. I try to hug her, try to tell her, I try to tell her what happened, but she pushes me away. I told her what happened. She didn't care. She didn't give a fuck. So in my mind, I'm just like, well, it's like you don't care if I die at this moment. And that person that lived with me was one of the reasons of my sadness and stress in my high school, my last years at high school. But I'll get to that some other day. But this is be grateful. Be grateful that you're still around. Be grateful that that you have parents. Your parents are still here. If not, then well, hopefully they lived a happy life, or they lived happily. They lived a full life. But be grateful of what you have, who you're with, and be grateful of, waking up every day, seeing the sun. It's hard. This would be like a message for anyone that works in retail or that works for gas stations. Be really careful if you work for a gas station. Make sure the area is good, and anything can happen. But always be safe. Always stay safe. Then that's really all I gotta say. Just anything can happen. Be grateful of your life. If you're planning to work for a gas station, always be precautious, and do some research of the gas stations you're trying to apply for. See, hopefully they have bulletproof glass and all that stuff, because where I worked, there was no bulletproof glass. There was nothing to protect me. Nothing. There was no gun for me. Nothing. Nothing. But if I worked at a gas station that had full bulletproof bulletproof glass, and a whole little room where I'm surrounded by bulletproof glass, I would have been okay. But yeah, just do your research. This is one of my near-death experiences that I had working for a gas station. I've been saying a lot. But yeah, this is my near-death experience. I am 𝔼𝕋𝕶 Thanks for watching. I'll have more of my life stories. This one's just a little bit serious, but I'll have some funny ones coming up, emotional ones. I'll have anything. But yeah, thanks for watching. 𝔼𝕋𝕶 going off the air.